welcome to Getting Geeky. I'm your host, Gina Schreck, and today we're talking about adding transcription or closed captions to your YouTube videos.
Welcome to Getting Geeky with your host, Gina Schreck, and the occasional special guest, bringing tech tips in bite-sized pieces. She's getting geeky, getting goofy, and getting random. Welcome to Getting Geeky.
Okay, so perhaps you've seen on a YouTube video the closed caption button at the bottom of all the videos that allows those who are hearing impaired to read the text that is embedded in that video. Well, where does that text come from, and how can you take more control over that so that it actually helps people find your video in the first place? Well, there's a couple things to know. Google, who owns YouTube, automatically transcribes videos for the closed caption section on your videos. However, they don't do a very good job of understanding what you're saying. No matter how clear you speak, your words are not accurately being transcribed. So, to take control, you want to transcribe your own videos, and there's two reasons to do that. Number one, so anyone who is listening to your video or reading the text of your video instead of listening to it actually gets an accurate representation of what your video is about. But the second reason, and really important reason for a marketing purpose, is your video suddenly becomes searchable on Google. Videos are not searchable except for the tags, description, and title of the video, which are really three important parts of your video. When you're loading them into YouTube, make sure the title of your video is something that has keywords that people would be searching for. Also, the description, make sure you have a link that goes back to your website. Make sure you have a little paragraph written telling people what the video is about so it entices them to want to watch it. But even better than those pieces are the words that you actually are speaking. So step one kind of starts before you even hit record. Thinking through on your video what message you're trying to get across. And I always say start with a question that people might be asking and searching for. So if somebody's asking, how do I get my videos found on YouTube? Well, part of what you want to do is make sure that you have them transcribed so the words are findable, searchable. So you want to ask a question that your audience is asking and then make sure you're saying those words in the video. So that's step one. Step two is after you record your video, you take the video and have it transcribed. Now you can do that yourself, or you can send it off to a transcription service. And here's a good one that I like. I find it on Fiverr. And there's a woman, I always give her a shout out because she does such a great job. Trans Expert is her handle on Fiverr. And she will transcribe videos for $5. She'll also do bulk pricing if you're sending her several videos. Anyway, you have your video transcribed and then it comes back. Now here is a tip. It comes back as a Word doc. You do not want to upload it as a Word doc because for some reason YouTube will not be able to read that format at times. So you want to save as and save it as a plain text format. Plain text format is important because then it uploads quickly. And I'll show you some of the steps you do after. You're going to go into YouTube and you're going to upload that transcription so that your video will become findable. Is it hard? No, not at all. It's very, very easy, but there's a few steps that you have to follow. So let's take a quick look. Okay, so the first step is creating your video and uploading it to YouTube. So you can see here I've gone to my YouTube channel. You'll want to upload your video, and then you're going to take the URL of your video. So you're going to find the video here on YouTube, and let's just say I want to have this one transcribed. I open up the video to get the URL, the link that you're going to send to someone to transcribe. Now, you might want to transcribe it all by yourself, and that's fine. But if you're going to have someone transcribe it, you're going to use the link that you find right under your video. You're going to take that link, send it off, and then you'll receive it back as a Word document. You're going to go up and do a File, Save As, and you want to save it as plain text. So it's TXT format. So I save it as plain text, and then I just hit Save there, and the document is now ready for me to load into YouTube. It will ask me, it'll kind of warn you that it's going to change the formatting, etc. That's fine. You're not interested in the formatting. You're interested in the plain text. So you just agree to that. Now we're going to go back to YouTube. So now when we go back to YouTube, you're going to see in your video area, so again, you find the video that you just had transcribed, and then when you click on captions, you might have to reveal it here depending on what screen you are in. Sometimes the captions tab is right on top. As a matter of fact, if you go to your video manager screen, this shows you all of your videos that you have loaded, and that usually is a better place. It's typically the place you're going to start from. Okay, so in your video manager you see a list of all of your videos, and then I'm going to just click on edit because I want to go into my edit screen for this particular video, and you'll see the captions tab right there. You go to the captions tab. Now you can see right here, currently there is only a machine transcription loaded. It is an automatic thing that YouTube does. So you want to add a new caption. Now here's where you're going to choose your file. You go in and find your file that you just had transcribed, and you're going to load that up here. Now it's going to ask, do you want it to be a caption or a transcript? This is important. You want a transcript. It's going to be a transcription, and it does say it's in beta, but this is not, it's different from captions, and you want to just make sure you choose the transcript file, and you can change it to a different language if you'd like. Obviously, I want to keep mine in English, and then you select Upload File. Okay, and so once your caption, your file is loaded, you'll see it listed here. Uploaded captions is turned on. Machine transcriptions is still turned on. So very important, you want to turn that off. You don't want that one on, you want this one on, and then you just make sure everything is loaded correctly, and you can view it on your video page to make sure that it did take. So when it starts...
Welcome to Getting Geeky. I'm your host, Gina Schreck, and today we're talking Pinterest.
And you'll see right there, all of it is loaded, it's playing correctly, and now you can celebrate. You did it. Was that hard?
That was easy.
See, it's easy. Keep getting geeky. I'm Gina Schreck.